So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the continuum between concentration and mindfulness in terms of individual 5 Rhythms practice, and how we can use the practice of bringing attention to the feet as a concentration practice. So in the 5 Rhythms, sometimes practice just looks and feels like a big, crazy fun, super joyful dance party, and that's wonderful, and that's part of the practice for sure. It also is a moving meditation, and so we can engage some of these other qualities of meditation that sometimes what we would find, for example, in sitting meditation practice, to bring into our work in the 5 Rhythms. So when we talk about concentration and mindfulness, a lot of times people get those things confused. It's almost like it's just a bunch of synonyms for like meditation in general. But actually concentration and mindfulness are two very different qualities of mind. Concentration is single, focused, pointed attention, right? It's really bringing the mind onto one thing again and again and really keeping it there. Mindfulness, on the other end of a certain spectrum, is open awareness. It's really monitoring our mind stream as things flow through in the moment, objectively and with curiosity. So it could be any sort of feelings, thoughts, sensations, any of our internal responses to any external events, anything that's flowing through. Whenever we notice that, that is all part of mindfulness. And concentration, like in sitting meditation, a lot of times concentration would be a breath practice. So we would be bringing our attention to the breath again and again and again, right? And the thing that catches us when we fall away from that meditation, or when different kinds of thinking seep in the edges, that thing that catches us is mindfulness. Mindfulness moves around, right? And so concentration, that really focused attention, that quality of mind, that's like if you took a magnifying glass and concentrated sunlight, it could ignite a fire. It's so focused, right? So that concentration quality of mind works really hand in hand with mindfulness in terms of developing the qualities of enlightenment. So concentration supports the development of mindfulness, and mindfulness supports the development of concentration. Concentration is really necessary. A certain level of stability of attention is really important for being able to move forward in terms of developing mindfulness, which is seen as a quality of mind that we should really prioritize in terms of our practice if we really want to pierce through the veils that keep us from fully seeing and understanding and knowing reality in our bodies and in the world. And so one thing I would like to encourage you to try and practice, something that I work with a lot. So whereas in a sitting meditation, we would sit with the breath, right? So we could even try it for a minute. So just settling the body and emptying the belly out completely, and breathing in, feeling the filling up, feeling the physical sensation in the body, and breathing out, really feeling the physical feeling the empty, and then filling up, and breathing out. And with each breath, setting the intention to just stay present for this one inhale. And again, the intention to stay with just this one exhale. And this one inhale. And really noticing every time our mind goes somewhere else. And we can take that type of concentration practice into the body, into the 5 Rhythms. And so one thing we do a lot in the 5 Rhythms is bring our attention to the feet as they move in unending circling motion on the ground. And so using, in the same way that we would have our attention on trying to stick with the breath for that whole time, we can switch to having our attention fully on the feet. And every time mindfulness catches our mind going somewhere else, we notice and we bring attention back to those feet. So this is a practice we can work with in our individual practice, with or without music. And, this might be a way to start a practice for the first couple of minutes, or it's something that we could potentially work with for a longer session. So using the feet as a concentration practice is the suggestion for experimenting with expanding individual practice. So we don't want to push too hard or be too rigid with this kind of a concentration practice. We will always want to have some compassion and some willingness to be present for whatever arrives. At the same time, for this kind of a practice, it is important to have some level of exertion, some level of energy, some level of intention and commitment. And this can really support us in developing the quality of mindfulness and in deepening our experience on this dancing path.